What up, my people? So we gonna call today story time. I was sitting back, man, and I was thinking, I was wondering about the birth of Delia, the birth of distrust in relationships, right? So we're gonna call this one here the story of Romeo and Juliet, black folk version. You did. So everybody know about Romeo and Juliet, man. They come from two different families that don't really like each other, the Montagues and the Capulets, right? So everybody also know that Romeo and Juliet, like, man, they were so into each other. They were so in love with each other, and it was real, authentic love. You feel me? Like, he felt like she was his one, and she felt like he was her one. And so they lived that. But what was going on in the background, they don't tell us about, right? And this is the birth of a lying man, or the birth of a woman that don't trust, which ultimately causes her to lie as well. So in the background, Romeo partners was watching Romeo sneak off. They was trying to figure out, man, where this boy going, man? Like, Romeo keep dipping, man, and we don't know where he going. And he come back, he frolicking, man. Yeah, frolicking, you feel me? It's not really a black word, but it's he frolicking, man. He happy, man. He smiling. He come back, the boy, in a real good mood. So one day they was talking, man, and they was like, well, we want to see what Romeo been keeping from us, because, hell, all we got is fighting and warring going on over here, fighting against the other side, you know. So we want to know what he get, or where he going to go get it, so we can smile too. So they sent a couple of cats to come follow him, you know. That's them people that we have in our life, man, that come to see what your method is, come to see what your actions is, because they seeing you're getting your stuff together, you're happy, and like, man, they over there suffering, and they trying to figure out where you get this here happiness from. You feel me? And so they watching them, and so they followed the boy, man, and they seen old Romeo meet up with Juliet, and automatically they recognized her because she part of the hierarchy, She up there at the family, like her daddy is the king type thing on their side. You know what I'm saying? Just like Romeo, he got his people over here, his daddy the king over here on this side. So they were trying to figure out, man, what Romeo doing meeting up with Juliet, man? And so they didn't fight. And Juliet ain't had no warriors in the bushes or none of that. They'll jump out and ambush the boy and, knock him off. It was like, man, they hugging and they kissing, man. They go walking along the riverside, man. They having little picnics out here, man. And all kind of other unadulterated things that I dare not mention, because there might be some kids listening to this story. But, man, they having fun. They enjoying themselves. They love is blossoming. So them boys couldn't wait to get back to go tell them other fellas. They say, man, that boy Romeo been sliding off to go holler at Juliet. They were like, damn, man, Juliet from the other side. They was like, yeah, and they real life cool, like they own it. It was like, man, how he do that one? Like, man, I don't know. How did he do that? How did he pull that off? What words did he find to say to her? What did he do to convince her otherwise? So, them boys waited. And Romeo got back to the camp, and they was like, say, Romeo, where you was, cuz? Nigga say, man, no, I was out chilling. It was like, man, you come back, you happy or whatever. What you got going on that you ain't telling us about, man? And, Romeo gonna hold it down, because what goes on in this household ain't nobody else's business. You understand me? And what goes on in your mama household, you go tell the neighbors, boy, you gonna get that belt to your butt. You understand? But anyway, what goes on over here with his business, man, ain't their business. So they say, all right, Romeo won't share the story with us. So we're gonna wait till the boy leave again, and we're gonna follow him. This time we're gonna follow him a little closer. So here they go, man. They go follow the boy Romeo the next day, man, and they get close enough to where they can hear them talking. So they hearing the words that Romeo was saying, and they seeing how Juliet is reacting to it, And they like, dang, man, like, I wonder if that worked. Like, is the boy just telling her that and secretly trying to, ambush her so they can hold her captive to end the war? What? They trying to figure out if it's motive behind his madness, but they not understanding that Romeo is for real about Juliet. This ain't faking and shaking, man. This is for real. You understand me? So they run back to the fellas, telling boys, yeah, man, Romeo was telling Juliet stuff like, I never lied to you, and you my one, and it's you for me. I like your eyes, I like your smile, I love the way that you do what you do. You feel me? And Juliet eat it up, loving it, you feel me? So they was like, man, it gotta be something that's going on. It was like, man, we need to try this. So the boys were like, man, you know what? Yeah, let's write down everything that we heard them say, and then we'll go try this here on the females. See, that's the birth of a lying tongue. That's the birth of a lying tongue inside of a relationship. You understand me? This here is where you got the imitators trying to emulate the originators. See what I'm saying? When you focus on being who you are authentically, and everything that come to you, man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a bright and sunny day. But when you faking and shaking and being something that you not, man, it's a miserable life, man. It's a miserable life. But let me wrap it up. Check it. So they go and they talk to the females, saying some of the same words that Romeo was saying, and they end up getting access to their hearts. They made these females really believe that what they were saying was real. And so these girls is falling in love, and these girls like, yeah, it's him for me, and what they say, clock that T, and zaddy, and all these old colloquialisms that they use. They like, oh yeah, that's him. But then after these fellas got what they want, just to do the research and see if it was real or see if it worked, then they ain't have nothing to stand behind it, man. You see, when you are empty and you try to imitate or emulate something that's original, that's authentic, when you're not being yourself, you won't succeed as yourself. You understand? God made one you, man. So it won't hurt you to be who he made you to be. God don't make no mistakes, man. None. So he made me with the big head, the 4 eyes, bald head, man. But guess what? I'm authentically me, man. Unapologetically. You understand me? I thank God for who he made me. Matter of fact, I know that with the stroke of the brush that he created me with, he added a little more color to this black and white world. You understand me? So fellas, stop out here emulating Romeo to these females and be who you are. If you a rotten dude, man, let her have the choice to be with your rotten tail or let you go. And females, you don't have to treat every dude like he that emulator. Because a lot of these cats out here nowadays are them real Romeos. But you got to give them the chance, man. Don't hold them convicted already and they ain't even did a crime. Don't make them pay for what the last dude did, but give them a fresh chance. And then maybe, y'all will find love for real. I mean, that's just food for thought. Just something to think about. The real story of Romeo and Juliet. Now, let the church say amen to that.